Cyber attacks are no longer a distant threat. They're a daily risk for every organization. Whether you're running a business, a nonprofit, or a growing team, one weak link can expose your data, your clients, and your reputation. That's why a cybersecurity policy isn't optional. It's essential. In this video, we'll walk you through how to create a cybersecurity policy that protects your organization clearly and effectively. What is a cybersecurity policy and why it matters? At its core, a cybersecurity policy is a written document that outlines how your organization protects its digital assets, things like customer data, internal systems, and day-to-day communications. It sets clear expectations for how your team should use technology, what's considered safe behavior, and what actions to take if something goes wrong. Now, a lot of organizations make the mistake of thinking cybersecurity is just an IT problem. But in reality, it's a company-wide responsibility. Everyone, from leadership to interns, plays a role in keeping data secure. Without a policy in place, people are left guessing. And when that happens, mistakes get made, sometimes costly ones. Having a cybersecurity policy ensures that your team is aligned. It gives you a clear, shared understanding of what's allowed, what's protected, and what steps to follow in case of an incident. It's your first layer of defense, not just against external hackers, but also against accidental missteps from within. Here are 8 key things every cybersecurity policy should include. Purpose: a short intro explaining why the policy exists. Who it applies to: employees, contractors, vendors. Be specific. Acceptable use: what's allowed on company devices and networks. Passwords and access: strong passwords, multi-factor authentication, and user access controls. Device security: rules for laptops, phones, and remote access. Data protection: how to store, share, and delete sensitive data. Incident reporting: what to do if there's a cyber issue or suspected breach. Training: how often your team gets updated and trained on new threats. Keep it simple, clear, practical. You might be wondering, do I really need all of this if we're a small team? The short answer is yes, but in a scalable way. You don't need a 30-page legal document. In fact, shorter policies that are actually read and followed are far more effective than lengthy ones that sit on a shelf. Start with the essentials, then layer on more controls as your business or risk profile grows. For example, your password policy can begin with requiring two-factor authentication and evolve later into rules for biometric access or endpoint security. Also, don't forget to include contractors and third-party vendors in your scope. Many data breaches occur because of weak links outside the organization, like a vendor with poor security practices who has access to your systems. You don't need to be a cybersecurity expert to write a good policy. Here's how to do it in 4 steps. Start with your risks. What kind of data do you collect? What tools do you use? Are people working remotely? Knowing your risks will shape your policy. Use plain language. Avoid tech jargon. Your team should understand it without needing to Google anything. Make it realistic. Don't include rules your team can't follow. If everyone works from home, your policy should reflect that. Train your team. Walk them through the policy. Make sure they know what's expected and what to do if something goes wrong. If you're unsure where to start with risk assessment, here's a tip. Conduct a basic data mapping exercise. List the types of data you collect: customer information, billing records, internal documents, and trace where they live. Are they stored in cloud apps, local drives? Who has access? This visibility gives you the foundation for writing rules that actually reflect how your business works. Another helpful step is to benchmark against others in your industry. Many sectors have frameworks or regulations you can reference, like HIPAA in healthcare or NIST standards for federal contractors. Even if you're not required to follow them, these can serve as best practice guides. Here are a few mistakes we see organizations make again and again. Copy-pasting templates without customization. Your organization has unique risks. Generic policies can leave critical gaps. Writing it and forgetting it. Cybersecurity threats evolve fast. If your policy is outdated, it might be more of a liability than a safeguard. Ignoring mobile and remote work. If your team works remotely, you must include secure practices for mobile devices and home networks. No training or accountability. A policy with no training is just a document. Make it actionable. Let's talk briefly about culture. One of the biggest wins we've seen across organizations is when cybersecurity becomes part of the company culture, not just a set of rules. That means leadership modeling good behavior, recognizing employees who report suspicious emails, and integrating security topics into meetings or onboarding sessions. And when you do update the policy, which should happen at least annually, don't just email it out and hope for the best. Host a short team session to walk through the changes. Use real-world scenarios like, what should you do if you accidentally click a phishing link, to make the content stick. So, you've got the structure, you've avoided the pitfalls. What's next? Start by reviewing your current practices. Even if you don't have a formal policy, you likely have some rules or habits in place. Use those as a foundation. Set a goal to draft a basic policy within the next 30 days. Keep it simple and actionable. And most importantly, get your team involved early. A policy that's built with input from your staff will be easier to adopt and enforce. If this feels overwhelming, you're not alone. At Tech Driven Consulting, we specialize in helping teams build practical cybersecurity policies that actually fit their day-to-day operations. You can schedule a free consultation anytime at techdrivenconsulting.com. We'd be happy to help you take the first step. At Tech Driven Consulting, we understand that creating a cybersecurity policy isn't just about checking boxes. It's about building confidence across your organization. Whether you're starting from scratch or refining what you already have, we help you design policies that are practical, scalable, and aligned with real-world business operations, not just technical jargon. We work closely with small to mid-sized teams, nonprofits, and growing businesses to assess risk, define policies, and implement the right tools, all while keeping things efficient and understandable. And yes, we make sure your team knows exactly how to follow through. If you're ready to take that next step, contact us at info@techdrivenconsulting.com to schedule a free discovery call. We'll help you determine where your biggest gaps are and what simple steps can make the most immediate impact. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with a colleague or team member who could benefit from a stronger cybersecurity foundation. Stay secure, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.